Hey ho folks, what's up? This is Macro and today we're playing Satisfactory again. We're back in business, baby. It's been a while since I posted the last episode, I know. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. As always, I did a few things in between episodes. One thing was the quartz thing. I fetched some more quartz and actually crafted 210 of these crystal oscillators here, so that we can go ahead and unlock a few more things in the MAM. That's one thing. The other thing is I slightly extended our biofuel production here, adding mycelia as another input. So what I did, let me show you real quick. I added another floor here, basically encasing the top of our sink here, right? And yeah, added this little production line, turning mycelia into biomass and then into solid biofuel. So now we have another source of solid biofuel, and I don't know if we if we're ever gonna need that in this playthrough, but yeah, now there's another container slightly filling up with solid biofuel from above. That's the next thing, and another very important thing I think is a little bit of an optimization of our iron factory here. Let me show you real quick. Because I monitored the production of the frames, and yeah, we produced fewer frames than I would have expected. This should be the frame line, yeah. And this was because I don't really know actually. But what I did is, let's take a look at this line. That's the line that goes over to our steel factory. You know, frames are also an input over there. And this line completely backed up, and only this and parts of this one went into our storage, right? Using that lift here and so on and so forth. And I added a smart splitter, which outputs everything available to this side, so for the input of our steel factory, and all the overflow goes this way. So as long as there's frames backing up from our steel factory, they are gonna go into our storage as well. So now we should have a nice supply of frames again. Check that real quick. Yeah, much better, right? Okay. Anything else? Don't know if I already did that last episode, but we now have 16 gigawatt hours, sorry, of power storage overall. Already charged at 96%. So that's pretty good. Anything else? Oh yeah, I did a mistake, basically, when we upgraded all these belts, or started to upgrade them at least, to Mark IV, because I downgraded them, actually. Yeah, I fixed all of that. Now everything should be Mark IV here, also up there, so currently we shouldn't have any problems in terms of belts backing up here, something like that. Everything should flow nicely. Yeah. We're burning a lot of materials right now because our containers are full, obviously. And I guess we should have quite some coupons available. Let's print them. 35 more, why not? Maybe we should spend them, right? I think that was the plan a few episodes ago already. Yeah, now we have almost 150. That should be quite some unlocks, actually. Excuse me. And I also don't think I did that in the episode. Temporarily shut down the... What are they called? Reanimated SEM production. And that is because I was about to install a SEM fluctuator production line. Problem is, as you can see here, they use 3 inputs. And for 3 inputs, our assemblers aren't sufficient anymore because they only have 2 inputs, right? So we need the manufacturers, which have 4 inputs, so we can produce stuff with up to 4 resources. But we need to unlock them first. I think it's in tier 6. Yeah, here. These big boys. And yeah, to unlock them, we need a lot of plastic, which we don't have. So what we are going to do next, plan for the next few episodes, right, is set up an oil factory. As you can see, that's already on our to-do list on the right. We should have everything in store for that. Yeah, no problem. I think we can also unlock the jetpack for the 3 more inventory slots here. Yeah. Exactly. The oil factory, that's one thing. And I want to unlock 2 more things in the MAM specifically. That's what we got the oscillators for. Let me drop off a few things here so that we have some inventory space to play around with. Maybe we should unlock the jetpack right away. Yeah, let's do that. Just for the inventory slots, right? So select this milestone, put everything in that we have. Get a few more cables and a few motors. Give me that back. Cables. How many do we need? 600, so that's for the unlock, and give me 2 more stacks extra. Motors. One more extra stack here. All right. Let's go. There we go. More inventory.
Milestone reached. FICSIT has granted you the power of flight, provided you have a jetpack and the appropriate fuels. The jetpack refuels automatically while you are standing on a surface, and different fuel types will affect the jetpack's functionality. With this increased versatility, you will no doubt achieve efficiency levels previously unheard of.
All right. Just out of curiosity, yeah, we would have been able to craft it right now. Okay. We don't have to, but we could. All right, let's take care of the unlocks I was talking about. Let's see, that's on the quartz. We want the Explorer. Nice.
Explorer unlocked. This personnel transport vehicle facilitates rapid traversal of difficult terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
Okay. And we also want to unlock radio signal scanning. I think I talked about that last episode, that I was looking for the ability to scan for hard drives, right? And I was kind of desperate since I already thought there wasn't any unlock for that. But as you can see, there is. So let's do that. Nice.
Object scanner magnetic sensitivity increased. It can now detect the signal of any hard drives at crash sites in your region.
We need a new signal scanner, of course, because we just spent the one for unlocking this. So there's a new signal scanner. Put back the screws. All right. Question is, how much resources will the Explorer need? Only 5, that's good. All right. So we need some more motors and what was it? Some more frames. Yeah. Just like this. Some more motors. Oh yeah, the scanner can go here. And now let's build that bad boy. Our first vehicle, isn't that something? It's got a crafting bench. And it's also storage. Okay, cool. So what we are going to do is fill that bad boy up with solid biofuel, so that we never run into any problems when it comes to fuel, right? Give me all of that. Maybe that's enough. Yeah, I guess so. All right. So let's remove those from our to-do list. And now let's have a look at our plan for the oil factory. There we go. Not that big of a deal. We need 210 crude oil, which we should have available over there. And when I say over there, I show you in a second. And we gonna produce a lot of plastic and a lot of rubber. Thing about rubber is that we are going to need that later on in the final version of our motor factory, where we produce the motors for the space lift, right? And also, we are going to produce a lot of petroleum coke here, which we will have to burn in coal power plants, for now at least. Maybe we will change that later on to turbo fuel. I hope so. But as for right now, we will do it that way. And we have to, as you might remember, we have to use all of the products. For instance, this guy produced rubber and heavy oil residue, which will turn into petroleum coke finally. And if we don't use that petroleum coke, then that's gonna back up, and no rubber is gonna be produced. Same for the plastic down here, right? So we have to use all of that. That's the plan. All right. So, oil. We already discovered some crude oil down here, a lot of them actually, a lot of nodes, 2 pure ones and 2 normal ones. How much do... Oh, we have to unload it first. Can check the recipe for the oil extractor. All right. So, a few more pipes, few more copper sheets. Copper sheets. And a few more steel pipes. And our inventory is full again. There we go.
Milestone reached. Crude oil can now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will require careful management, but a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands that. To improve efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because FICSIT did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management, but they have since been re-added after my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
Thank you. Ada is the best, isn't she? All right, anything else new? No. So, we have the refinery now with 1 fluid and 1 solid input. And also 1 fluid and solid output. And we have the oil extractor. And we have lots of materials available, so no problem here. Let's jump into our Explorer here. And hop over to the oil whoa. What did the camera just do? Interesting. Game. Camera just flips around. Yeah, let's head over to the oil. And let's find a suitable place. Whoopsie. For our factory. I guess we need to cross that river here. And by the way, we have a dormant copper line here, and I don't have any idea what we wanted to use that for, or where that came from. I don't know. I guess they should be somewhere over here. Maybe we should... Oh no. Oh, I don't know if we can actually cross that water here. Maybe we can't. Any other way? Huh. these rocks, but no, not really. So, okay. I guess we don't want to build our factory over there. So let's maybe find a place in this general area here. Hello. Not too much space available here. Yeah, and now we're already back. So, I guess we're just gonna, whoopsie. We're just gonna go ahead and and extend our foundations. Right here. How do I get off? E. Okay. Of course E. It's not F, right? F is... yeah. Sorry. Extend our foundations here, maybe. And maybe we put it right next to our... power storage facility. If we were to... 1, 2, 3. Maybe do it like that. Yeah, but then... nah. If we could redirect this guy here... what I'm thinking is... we start this here, and this would be one corner, right, of our factory building, and then we go all the way over here, maybe here. And then we should maybe be fine. Going all the way up to here. How much would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times a lot. How big is a refinery? Well, I guess we can't have 2 of them on one floor then. So no, let's not do that here. Maybe if we were to raise it a little higher. So not only one of those, but 3? Ooh. Don't know if I like that idea. Huh. Also, all the conveyor belts here, kind of annoying. Let's see. If we just go this way, maybe a little more. Are you serious? We're missing iron plates. Can't believe it. Drop some of those. What else? I guess we don't need that many steel beams anymore. There. In fact, let's fill up all the remaining stacks here real quick. Need them. Cables full. Quick wire was full, I guess. Yes. Sheets. AI limiters. Did we use any of those? No. Concrete. Steel beam. Yeah, we just threw them away. Status, I don't know if we actually need status. And motors, there we go. All right, let's try this again. About the tree. Oh, hello. Oh no, that's just a spot. I thought there was an actual quartz node right here. That would be a big surprise. Okay, now we're in the ground here. Ha. So how much space do we have in this direction until we hit that rock? It's 10, 12 or something. Yeah. And we also could go in this direction a little bit at least, like this. More. In fact, let's hit the rock here. And let's see. So we could do it like that, right? How about those guys? They be covered. All of those as well. Be fine here. Basically what I'm looking for is if the ground would glitch through the floor at some point, and this would be the point where it would glitch through, right? Still fine here. So I would say that that's plenty of space. And now we have to think about how we get the oil here. And oil's gonna be this way, right? Yeah. I guess we want to start off with the big power poles. Do we want to draw a new line or do we want to extend our existing line is the question. Maybe we should have our existing line at least, you know, be connected to our power storage. I don't know if that's required. Basically, it should be required, but let's see. So our first power tower, I'm sorry, is over here. Huh. Where are we supposed to bring that guy over? You know what? Let's start a second one and maybe let's connect them at some point. That might be the better idea. And we're gonna do it on this side. Let's soup in a few more foundations here. And let's put it here, I guess. Power tower, like this, and connect you. Let me do that again. That's a bit of can't really tell. Yeah, I have to place it further back to see it. Okay, because I want to have it this way around, right? Like this. Connect you up and that's already too long, okay. Then let's put one here. As soon as we put another floor on top, they're gonna glitch. Where do I want to put this guy? Maybe here? Like this? Hello? Yeah, that's what I thought. And you know what? Let's put the remaining ones Shall we? Shall we, or should we actually build one of our sky highways over there? Can I? Maybe like this. Yeah, because that would already be the foundation where we could transport the oil with, right? Oh, that's already too far. Let's go back a little bit. Maybe like this. I guess so. Oh. We're fine. I hate those guys over there. And I can hit them. Huh. There we go. Oh, great. Okay. All right. Easy. Oh, hello. Sounds like a slug. Okay, that is absolutely nothing. Why? What? Okay. And just give me the slug, I guess. Okay, those are indestructible, obviously. Let's continue. So is that... Yeah, that's the island where we want to go. Ah. Maybe like this. Where is... Thank you. The interface gone. Okay. Now we need power. Alright guys, looking at the time, the remaining episode would only deal with establishing our way over there to the oil islands. So I guess I'd rather do that in between episodes. Let me just put a pillow here. Let's remove first. Alright. Yeah, and I don't want to bother you with that. So I guess I'm gonna do that. Whoopsie. In between episodes then. I'll prepare the power as well as maybe a little platform over there already, so that we can directly go ahead and start building our oil extractors and stuff like that, right? And bring our oil here. Maybe I would also prepare the platform for our actual factory here. That might be a good idea, yeah. So, next time we meet, this should all be done and we can basically directly start building our factory. Isn't that something? Yes, it is. That's the answer. All right, guys. So, thanks so much for watching. As always, appreciate it. And I hope to see you around next time as well. And until then, bye-bye.